Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna ji, so good to have you. Hare Krishna Shivani. Hare Krishna. Ah, nice background now. Adi, you're very quick in getting that, right? This is the darshan you got. This is from the Bhakti Vedant Manor temple, and the arti, it's going on. Well, the kirtan is going on right now, which is great. We just had the arti, I think, half an hour back, which is great. Okay, let's get started. I hope you're doing well. Everything is okay. Yeah, great. I know your dad shared a link that you've been doing great. You have started recording your chess classes. Yeah, which is great. I know they were really great. And given the experience, you are such a great chess expert. I'm sure you will do awesome, Adi. So, right, okay, Adi, your connection seems to be a bit on and off. So I think Ishan might not join today because Ishan has gone on something what we call Duke of Edinburgh's award. So we send all our best wishes and blessings for Ishan and for Adi and Shivani as well, because you have joined now. Would you like to do a little bit of Kirtan? Yeah? Okay, how about let's do the Kirtan. Let me get the Kirtan and we shall do Kirtan today. Or we shall start from the Kirtan and then we will resume back to our overview of Srimad Bhagavad-Gītā. All right. So last week we completed chapter 2 and today we will start chapter 3 of Bhagavad-Gītā. But let's quickly have Kirtan and then we shall resume back. And Tanmay is joining, which is great. So who would like to? Shivani, would you like to start and then Adi will join?
I'm already here.
Adi is here. Or Adi, would you like to start the Kirtan?
You can start first.
All right, okay. Shivani, would you like to start?
Sure.
Go for it. We will follow.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. If you, yeah.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Adi, would you like to lead the kirtan as well?
Okay.
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Raj ki jai, Gurudev Maharaj ki jai. Praise Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. Thank you so much, Adi. Thank you, Shivani. And welcome, Tanmay. So it's good to have you. Today we are going to start chapter 3 of Bhagavad-Gītā, which is great, which is on karma and action. And we were saying that Ishan won't able to join today because he has gone for Duke of Edinburgh's award. And some other kids I know, they won't able to join because they have they are preparing for their end of year exams. Aryan is lucky. Aryan is sitting next to me because Aryan has already completed his end of year exams. So we are good. We are recording the sessions for those who won't able to make it. Right, let's very quickly do Mangla Charan, which is taking the blessings from the Acharyas, from Krishna, and then we can resume back our Bhagavad-Gītā overview and starting chapter 3 today. So feel free to join me. Oh. Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobisham Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Yudapad Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadhvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhavitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopeka Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Sarvami Hari Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kirpau Sindhubhyaeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshitarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev Maharaj ki jai, Samaved Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. Hare Krishna, everyone. I welcome you to our overview of Bhagavad-Gītā. Chapter 1 and chapter 2 done. If you would like to catch up, they all are there on recorded videos on the channel. Today we are going to start chapter 3, and chapter 3 is on karma. Karma as in, well, okay, observing the armies of the battlefield. The title is wrong. The title of chapter 3 is Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga, which is, we will see, is action, right? So we are going to see the actions today. If you would remember, a lot of actions happen in the battle of Mahabharata, and that's what we're going to start today. So it's a very exciting time indeed, if you think about it. Now, going forward, what happens? So if you remember the end of chapter 2, in chapter 2, Krishna gave many different paths, many different options, many different paths and many different options. So if I take you briefly back, we saw that slide here somewhere, this one. So here, if you see, it says, so the very first one, Krishna says karma kand. A lot of people do karma kand. They do the rites, they do the rituals, and they enjoy the benefits. But others, they do the karma yoga. They do the karma, but they don't expect anything in back. Then some Gyan Yoga, they go and acquire a lot of knowledge. They read the Shastras, Ashtanga, which we will see in chapter 6. And if you remember, I said, this is going to be in chapter 3, this is going to be in chapter 4, and Ashtanga is actually going to be in chapter 6. Chapter 5 will be the combination of 3 and 4. So that's chapter 5. Ashtanga Yoga, chapter 6. Bhakti Yoga going to be there from 7 to 12. So those 6 chapters which are in between. So if you see Bhagavad-Gītā, 18 chapters, 6 initially, 6 in the middle, and 6 at the end. So these middle one, they are here in Bhakti Yoga. And these first 6 ones, if you see, we have seen the first one, which was observing the observing the battle. And we have seen the second one, which is the summary. We will see third one here. We will see the fourth one, fifth one, and the 6th one. Then we will reach to the second segment, which is all about Bhakti Yoga, chapter 7 to chapter 12. And this is what we will see going forward. Now, what happens? Because Krishna has given so many different options in this chapter, which is chapter 2, that our fellow Arjun got confused. So the very first thing, and it happens few times in Bhagavad-Gītā, where Arjun says, Krishna, thank you so much. You have given me so much knowledge, but I'm confused. You know, a lot of times this happens. If somebody will say, oh, well, there are 6 t-shirts, for example, which one should I wear? Somebody will say, well, some people like yellow, some people like blue, some people like cotton, some people like silk, which is the material. And some people in the summer will wear these kinds, in the winter they will wear these kinds of t-shirts. So you choose which one you want. And then you will think, well, I just asked which one I should. You have explained a lot of things about t-shirts, but you have not told me which one. And that's exactly what Arjun has felt. Arjun said, Krishna, you have given me a lot of different options, but my problem is that I cannot fight because these are my relatives. Krishna says, oh, right, okay, yes. So if at that moment, Arjun would have understood, then Krishna wouldn't have said anything else. So there wouldn't be any chapter 3 onwards. Bhagavad-Gītā could have only be chapter 2. Chapter 1, the intro, the background, and chapter 2, where Krishna summarized everything. But Arjun knew that going forward, there will be a humankind who will not understand Shastras, the scriptures. So let's ask from Krishna, but don't you just give me the summary, please explain me in detail all these different parts. And that's what Krishna is going to do. So Arjun says, I'm confused by equivocal instructions, which means you have said all good things about all of them. You said intelligence is better than fruitive work, which is Nishkam Karma Yoga, is better than Karma Kanda. Then why I should fight? I should not fight, right? I'm intelligent now. You have given me intelligence. So this is what Arjun has asked. Shivani, would you like to read this question, please? Arjun's question.
Yeah. Why Krishna wants him to fight? If Buddhi Yoga what's this word?
Yeah, you're right. Renounce
is better than fight. Abominable.
Nice. Abominable. Abominable is like something which we should not do. So Arjun is saying that Krishna, you have already explained me that intelligence, buddhi, so intelligence is better than fruitive work. And my fight is fruitive work, so I should not fight, right? Is that right? That's what Arjun asking. And we all know that he did fight, so definitely Krishna would have said, no, you misunderstood. Let me explain you a bit more in detail. So what Krishna says? Krishna said, Adi, would you like to read?
Keep far distance from abominable activities by engaging in Buddhi Yoga.
Hare Krishna. So Krishna says, yes, you're right. That what I said is that you should not be engaged in abominable, like which are restricted. We should not do all those bad things. But how? By engaging in Buddhi Yoga. Now we will understand a bit more about Buddhi Yoga. So Krishna will say, then you need to do what you need to do. You need to be always in Buddhi Yoga. And that's where the intelligence will come. That's where the kind of karma, what we do when we do, for example, you play a lot of sports, you will still be very competitive. You're going to win, right? But then you will not have any ill feeling for any of your competitors. You're not going to do anything bad to them, not try to harm them, or you try to use any tactics to take them out. No, what you would do, you would play your sports the best you could. So this is just to understand why Arjun was confused, because in chapter 2 verse 33, Krishna talked about vikarma. Vikarma is those activities which are negative. So we don't want that. Then Krishna explained here in 31st to 37th verse, karma kanda, like those yagyas we do to get the benefits. Like a lot of people in Vrindavan, they used to pray to Indra just to get the water, just to get the rain, right? And that's what considered as karma kanda. But then 38 to 53 in detail, Krishna explained about karma yoga. This is also called, and we will discuss a lot more detail in this, Nishkama Karma Yoga. NKY, which is when you do the actions, but you don't expect anything in return. Now, one of the example I always give, if you think about, there was a guy, there were two friends and they were walking, right? They both were very well off. They had the money. One of them had more money than the first one. And he had very nice jacket he was wearing, and it was a bit cold. So he was all covered up with all different clothing. And then when they were going, they saw a beggar. One of them said, "Oh, look at him. He's such a poor guy." And the one who was a bit wealthier than the other one, that friend, he said, "Oh, let me give my jacket to this poor guy." And then the other friend said, "Oh, wow, that's very kind of you. I know you have enough money. You can easily lose your jacket, but giving your jacket to someone you don't even know, oh, you're such a kind-hearted person. I'm so great to be your friends." And the other guy said, "No, that's all right. That's my duty. I should." But then he just take his jacket off. He's keeping his jacket in his hands, but he's not giving to the beggar. And the first friend say, thinking, well, you're going to give it in a moment. But no, in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, they're waiting. The first one said, "What are you waiting for? You have taken your jacket off. You said you're going to give it to him. What are you waiting for?" And then the other friend said, "Well, I'm waiting for other people to come and at least see. Let some people come around to see that I'm doing this good gesture." And the first one said, "Oh, Krishna, 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 I misunderstood him. He's not doing all this because he's very kind. He's doing this so people will understand, or he wants to build a false ego. He is thinking he's such a great giver, the kind of person who does a lot of charity. He wants other people to see. So everybody will remember him. Everybody will praise him." That's what he wants. And that's what we call fruits. But if that person would give the jacket, even if no one is around, even if his friend is not around, he's just walking and he saw the beggar and he gave it, then that's considered as Nishkam Karma Yoga. When you don't think of anything, you don't think of the results. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying next time you'll see the beggar and you just take your clothes and give it to the beggar. I'm just giving this the analogy. If in case that rich friend would have to give it, then it should not matter, because the purpose is to give away, to share that which Krishna has given to him. Krishna has given a bit more to him. He's good enough that he can share what Krishna has given to him with others. So he should just share. He should not wait for others to see. If he's waiting for others to see, if he wants people to remember him, then that's not Nishkam Karma Yoga. That's going to be part of Karma Kanda. When you do good things, but you also expect good things back in return. But Karma Yoga or Nishkam Karma Yoga, when you just do it, you don't expect anything back. So hopefully that example, that analogy helped you to understand a bit more about between these two. But then right at the end, so there are only 72 verses in Bhagavad-Gītā chapter 2, and right at the end, in these verses, Krishna explained about Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga, a lot more about meditation, reading scriptures. So that's why Arjun is confused, that you have told me so many things. I'm confused. What should I do? I was confused even before, but I'm confused even more now. So let's see what Krishna is going to tell him. Well, what happens? I think I need to switch off the present. Okay, maybe, yeah, after this. So fight or renounce, he's asking. And then Krishna says, definitely Jnana Yoga is higher than hierarchy in the yoga ladder. We will see yoga ladder today. It's very important to understand yoga ladder. But for Arjun, it is not recommended, since heart is not pure, that your heart is not pure. So let me help you to understand the process. And each and every one of us, we need to understand the process, right? Okay, let me just Oh, no, we don't want to go there. I'm just going to exit, and I'm going to go to the second presentation. Then I'm going to come back so all of you can see. Okay. There we go. Right. So in this, we are going to see, so being the overview, there are 4 different sections in this chapter. Anyone remembers this story in the picture? What's happening here? Maybe Shivani remembers it. Adi, do you remember what's happening in this picture?
I think I do.
I think I do.
Okay, let's give the first chance to Adi. Adi, what do
So
you
she can
think?
go first, as she said it first.
Okay, so kind of you, Adi. Shivani, because you said it first, Adi would like you to have the first chance. Please.
Oh, thank you. So basically, there's this Mataji, I think, and she's giving jewelry to Krishna. Oh yeah, she's giving mango, and then Krishna gives jewelry back, I think.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's Adi, your turn. Thank you, Shivani. Adi,
So-
what do you think?
There's this woman in she's giving mangoes to Krishna.
Mhm.
Krishna gives some jewelry to the woman. Everyone thought that God from above blessed her with all of it, but it was actually Krishna.
Hari bol. Very nice, very nice. Yes. So both of you are right. So what happened? This is a pastime. Pastime means this is the old, very old Krishna's lifetime incident where in English we call people like these as vendors. So it doesn't happen here in London, but what happens a lot in India, that the vegetable fruit vendors, like those people who sell, they come to your door. They go door to door. They go from one street to another. They have sometimes they just have a basket like this. Within this small basket you have some vegetables, some fruits, which the lady or the person would try to sell, and she will just go door to door. So the people, like here we have to go to the shopping, Waitrose, Sainsbury, Tesco, Asda, anywhere we go, but we have to go. But those days, even in India these days, people go out for these. But there was a time when the vegetable vendors, they used to come around. There used to be a place called local market, and people used to go there. But along with it, the local vendors, they also used to go door to door. So this lady was coming. This lady came. This lady came to the parents, and Krishna saw that Krishna's mother bought some oranges. So this basket was full of oranges. Krishna's mom bought some oranges. Some oranges she bought from this lady. And in return, those days, instead of giving money, you used to give something which is useful, also called barter system. And most of the time you give the food. So you can, in the food, you can do what we call processed food, like a cooked food. You have cooked it, you will give that, or you can give the grains, and the vendor will take the grains home. So grains, if you know, they are very little seeds, and this is what you used to do. So when Krishna's mom took some mangoes for Krishna from this lady, she had a lot more mangoes in it. And Krishna's father, what he did, he filled his hands with a lot of seeds and gave it to the lady and asked, are these seeds enough for these 2 mangoes which my wife has taken? And this lady said, oh yes, these seeds are enough as the payment for these 2 mangoes. And then mother and father, they were happy. Yeah, so mother took the mangoes, father paid for it in terms of grains. But Krishna was around, and Krishna thought, oh, mother has only taken 2 mangoes. She might have taken one for herself and one for my dad, because there are 2 people. They forgot to take anything for me. So let me take some mangoes for me. And then what
Did-
Krishna...
I
Yes.
think I know what happened after.
Yeah, sure, Adi, go on, please.
See, Krishna brought some dirt and offered it to the lady.
Right. So what actually Krishna did? Very similar. What Krishna did, Krishna went. So where Krishna's father went to get the grains, the seeds, Krishna also went there. But because Krishna's hands are so small, Krishna only got few seeds, few grains. And also when Krishna was walking, Krishna was dropping all the seeds. So by the time Krishna reached to the lady, Krishna hardly had anything in his hands. And then when she saw, Krishna said, Krishna wants mango. Krishna wants mango. Krishna was such a small child, but Krishna had only one seed. And then this lady was so nice. She said, that's okay. That's because Krishna realized that he has dropped all his seeds. So he was about to cry. He was very disappointed from himself. But what happened? This lady, she was so nice, so kind. She said, it's okay. It's okay. And she gave one more mango to Krishna. And Krishna said, I want one more. And she gave one more. Krishna said, one more. And what we can see in the picture, Krishna cannot even hold. But that lady, she's not even looking at her basket. She's just picking from one hand and giving to Krishna from other. And Krishna is taking it. And when that lady looked at her basket, she realized, oops, the daisy, what happened? All the rest of the mangoes, they turned into fine jewelry, beautiful, precious. So she got so happy, and she thought that Vishnu, the Lord, has given this because she was so kind. So this is the past time what happened, and this is what we call karma, because she did good karma, and she didn't think in her heart or in her mind, or let me give some few more mangoes to Krishna, and then later I will go to his father and I will ask for more grains. She didn't think of that. Otherwise, it would have been karma kanda, that she did good karma to get something good in return. But when she was giving mangoes to Krishna, she did not expect anything in return. She was just giving because she had so much love and kindness and compassion for Krishna, because Krishna was there, that I could not bring my seeds. My seeds fell off, but I still want some mangoes. So was so happy. Krishna was so happy, and Krishna, what we call, reciprocated. Krishna reciprocated, like she gave love to Krishna, Krishna also gave his love to her, which was really, really good. And this is what we call. So when we prepare for the exams, we will try to prepare 100%, right? But what happens, whether we get first, we get second, we get third, whether we get good marks or not, whether the question paper will be difficult, whether the questions will be very hard, they are not in our hands, and we don't really need to worry about them. The only thing which is in our hands is, or are, our actions. What we can do. We can study hard, we can study well, and that's our karma, right? Being students. So 4 different categories in this chapter. First one, gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude of a gentleman, right? So Adi is a gentleman. Adi is so good. Adi saw that Shivani said first, I will. So Adi said, okay, because Shivani said it, let Shivani tell you the story first. And that's why Adi is a gentle boy, because Adi is not a man yet. Yeah? So rather than a gentleman, Adi is a gentle boy. And this is what we need to think about. We always have gratitude that Krishna has given us so much. So rather than start complaining for things we don't have, sometimes siblings, they do it, and Adi got Rohan as his sibling. So maybe, Rohan, Adi, that comes into my mind. I need to invite Rohan. I remember I don't know whether he has finished his exams or not. I will check, because Rohan is also a good.
He has finished his exam.
He has finished now. I should have sent his mom the new link. So I will, because yeah, she did say that Rohan will join after that, and Rohan is a good friend of Aryan as well, because Aryan and Rohan, they were together in the Krishna club. So I will invite. I'll invite because I think very soon summer is coming. Then a lot of us will go on summer holidays. So before that, let's make a great use of it. So yes, that's the first thing. Gratitude is the attitude of gentlemen. 3.21, leaders lead by example. So what will happen that it's somebody who is very good in doing good things. What that person will do, that person will do things so others can follow. For example, Lord Rama was there. Everybody would follow what Lord Rama did. He was a leader. Now, next thing, learn the skill before you kill. What does that mean? We will see when we reach to that level. Well, that shloka we will see 330. And then learn not to burn. So these are very catchy phrases just for us to remember. So, and they're a bit funny as well. It helps us to remember those. Remember chapter 3, Karma Yoga. It's like learn not to burn, that we are learning, but why we are learning. For example, the very first person who invented, well, yeah, he was a kind of co-inventor of an atom bomb. He said, I want to go into that plane which is going to drop the very first atom bomb in Japan. So he said, I want to go into that plane because I want to see the destruction my atom bomb is going to do. And this is the mindset he had. And this is why it says, learn not to burn. Like if you're going to learn anything, please don't learn because you're going to make those skills. Because remember, Krishna has given those skills. So I always say, chapter 15, verse 15 in Bhagavad-Gītā, Sarvasya chaham hirde sanne vishto mata smita jnanam apohanam cha. So Krishna says, jnanam, jnana, the knowledge, I am the one who gives the knowledge to everyone. So we should be very careful. But let's see what happens next. All right. So we said 4 different verses, 4 different sections in this chapter. So the first is renunciation or action. So what Arjuna is saying, that should I fight or should not I fight? Krishna is of course going to say action, Arjuna. It's not that we say, oh, in football, people, when we play, people touch each other. Sometimes they fall down. So I don't want to hurt anyone. I will just sit on the side. I will not play. No, this is going to be called renunciation when you have left everything. Oh no, exam is very hard. I can't do it. No, Krishna has firmly said to Arjuna, Arjuna, fight with all your capacity, right? So when we study hard, we study hard. When we play hard, we play hard. I'm not suggesting that you go and when you play football, start hitting others. But if you're going to play football and if it's a bit of a rough game, then you got to follow the rules in the game. And then we have the yoga ladder. In the yoga ladder, we have already seen few things like Karma Kanda, Karma Yoga. Then we will see Gyan Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. And the reason it's called ladder, because it comes in steps. So first you're on the first step, then you're on the second step, then you're on a third step. Like you're getting higher and higher. And this is going to be understood, hopefully very clearly with some examples. And then once you have reached to a level where you have you are now capable of doing NKY, Nishkam Karma Yoga, like when you do the actions without expecting anything in return back, then we are going to lead by example. We are going to lead, others will see and follow. And then how to conquer the enemy. This is where we'll see that using this strategy, how Arjun won the battle. And using this strategy of Karma Yoga, using the wisdom of yoga ladder, how being students, it will help us getting best grades, getting best results in our studies and in our sports. So this is what we're going to figure out. So the very first thing Krishna explains to Arjun that I'm not asking you to become a Jnani. Now there are many examples. For example, Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra, he started doing such a great penance. He sat down. So imagine if he's Vishwamitra. Not sure if you know the story of Vishwamitra, but imagine he's Vishwamitra, right? Sun is shining, but he's sitting there with hardly anything on him. He's not eating. He's just focusing on Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna. And maybe he's chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He's trying to focus, right? But he's doing what we call kind of Ashtang Yoga. In the Ashtang Yoga, Ashtang is 8 limbs yoga. Right at the end, we get Samadhi, which is meditation. So that's where he is. That's what he's trying to do. But what happens? Then Indra. Indra is the leader of all the demigods in Swarga. So whenever on planet Earth, anybody used to do these kind of hard meditations, so Indra used to think, oh, now Brahmaji will come. And Brahmaji will ask this person, what do you want? And then on earth, nothing else. This is what Indra used to think. On earth, nothing else is so good. So these meditators, these people, they always want, oh, I want the capital of Indra, which is called Indravati. And I will go there. Please let me become next Indra. So Indra is a placeholder, which means Indra is a role, Indra is a post. So anyone could become Indra. And this is what used to happen. That some devotees, they have done. Even Hiranyakashipu actually. Hiranyakashipu did the penance. Brahmaji came. He asked for so much from Brahmaji. Brahmaji gave all the powers. And later he fought and he defeated the demigods and Indra, and he became Indra. And it was very hard for demigods then. Everybody ran away. But Vishwamitra did not have that plan, right? But Indra didn't know. Indra thought, oh, he's going to do the meditation. And then very soon, Brahmaji is going to come and he's going to say, I want to become Indra. So he said, oh, let me deviate him from what he's doing. So in his palace, he has many beautiful dancers. So he found one called Menka. He said, Menka, go and dance and disturb, and you can do it. So when you will go, this sage Vishwamitra, he will stop everything and he will start dancing with you. And so Inish, what's happened? Menka is there. And now here you will see there are 2 mindset. So there is one mindset. With that, Vishwamitra is thinking, oh, let me get up and let me do the dance with her. She's so beautiful. And from the other one, if you notice, from the other one, he's saying no. With this hand, he's saying, no, I don't want to dance with you. I'm doing my meditation, go away. So he has 2 minds, right? So Krishna is saying to Arjun, do not renounce like this. Do not renounce like that. That you are doing meditation, but you are thinking about those things which are not supposed to be. Which means if we think about us, if our parents said, okay, it's a final year, exams time, leave everything, leave the video game and come and take your book and study. And maybe you have taken your biology book and you're studying hard, but you're still thinking about your games. That's not good. That's not good. Because then you're pretending. And Krishna said, do not pretend. Please never ever try to pretend something or someone which you are not, right? If you cannot focus, let your parents know and your parents will help you to focus. But do not pretend, because while you're pretending, you're wasting your time. Your parents will think, oh, my child has been studying for last an hour, 60 minutes, hard work. What will happen? After that, you will go to bed, next morning exam, or you didn't study because you have been thinking of something else while you had the book in your hand. So that's why it's so important to chanting. When devotees wake up in the morning and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, then this is a kind of meditation. It's called mantra meditation. This helps in focusing. So if you have not started chanting, then every morning before you do breakfast, you have taken your bath, you're about to have prasad. Of course, always offer your food to Krishna first and then take it. But do, if you have the mala, if you have time, one mala only takes 5 to 7 minutes, right? Or if you're going to go very slow, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. If you don't have 10 minutes, at least 5 minutes. If you don't have 5 minutes, how about a minute? Just within a minute, if you have Alexa, request Alexa to put a reminder for 1 hour, 1 minute, and Alexa will easily put the reminder for 1 minute. And when 1 minute is over, Alexa will let you know. And just do Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. As many as you can within a month, with your eyes closed, nothing else. And this helps you in focus. Within a minute, yeah. Sorry, I said something else. Oh, I said within a month, yeah. Arun reminded me. Arun corrected me. I think I said in a month, in a minute. Well, of course, if you can do for 10 minutes, the whole mala, which means 108 times, that will be great. Otherwise, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute. And if you don't have any time, at least one mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And you will say, Prabhuji, I'm so busy. You don't understand. Life is hard. We don't have time. Exams time. We don't have time. Then I will say, at least just say Hare Krishna. Right? When you will wake up in the morning, instead of saying good morning, say Hare Krishna. In the night when you are sleeping, instead of saying good night, you can say Hare Krishna, or you can say both. Hare Krishna, good night. Yeah, try this tonight. We always try that with kids, and it really helps, because then at least you will remember that when you, after exams, when you get the time, then you need to take the name of Krishna, you need to sit down, you need to focus. Anything you will do, and whatever standard, whatever grade you are currently, going forward, your study is going to get harder and harder. So sooner rather than later, you start training your mind to focus, better it is. Because we don't want to be like this sage who is doing something and pretending something else. What do we want to do? What Krishna says here. Krishna says, a devotee like me, and this is the action. So if you see this sage is sitting on the left hand side and doing nothing. Well, doing meditation, but not doing any action. But on the right hand side, if you see, this Mataji is doing puja, this Mataji is serving food to Krishna, and this Mataji, or this Prabhuji is sweeping, this Prabhuji is cleaning window, oh, washing utensils. And these Prabhujis, they are having prasad. Now the whole family, if you see, they sit together and they always take the name of Krishna, whatever they do. And this is what we need to be. Krishna's devotees, they are very hardworking, always keep working, always keep learning. So currently I'm also doing, well, I've already done a spiritual degree, the second one about to finish in a month's time. And it's been going on for 1.5 years. It's about to end now. And then I will start another one. Hopefully, I will keep doing it, because you need to revise yourself. More and more you do, the questions you do, the discussions you do, your wisdom, your bhakti in the association increases. So in action, not without it, in action. So do not renounce everything, but Krishna says you need to take the action. So the real renunciation means, so not the renunciation, stop work, like what Arjun said, I cannot fight. But Krishna said, real renunciation is like these real devotees. Take the action, like what Arjun did, fight, which is do your action, right? So this is what we will plan. Now, who would like to read this very nice verse? Okay, I'm waiting for a volunteer. Who is going to read this? Or if you don't want to read the Sanskrit, English.
Can I read the English, please, Prabhuji?
Sure, Shivani, go on, please.
Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed, otherwise work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duty for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain free from bondage.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Shivani. Yes. Now, what kind of bondage? It's been mentioned. What kind of bondage Krishna is saying? Bondage in a sense, let's say when we cook. When we cook, if we do not offer to Krishna and we just eat, then don't we get the self-ego that, oh, I have cooked very nice food, and the father may be, well, these days mother and father, they both help in the kitchen and they both work. So maybe both of them will think, oh, well, we have worked hard to get this food on the table. And then, oh, we have worked hard in the kitchen to prepare this food. Oh, we are so great. We have the knowledge to earn the money to buy this food, and we have the skill to prepare this meal. So this is called false ego, that we have been doing it. I have been doing it. But when we offered it to Krishna, we said, thank you, Krishna. You have given me the knowledge. You have given me the skill. So I can earn and I can buy, so I can make food. And then I offer this food to you. When you accept my offering, then this food becomes prasad. And then we take this with gratitude. Remember the very first thing? Gratitude is the attitude of gentle boys. So we all are gentle boys. We need to be always full of gratitude. So today, when you will sit down for your dinner, then please say thank you to Krishna, say thank you to your mother, say thank you to your father, and you will feel that gratitude will bring happiness to you. And then you will be a bit more humble. Right? Great. Okay, it's that time of the day where we leave each other to come back next Sunday again at 6 p.m. And this is the new link, and this will work going forward. And we look forward to see, and I will see other devotees if their exam's done. Hopefully we will have more. And maybe next time we will try to do some acts as well, like Aryan did it last time. So with that, take good care of yourself, all of you. Tanmay, Adi, Shivani. Hare Krishna. Take very good care of yourself. All the blessings for you, Adi. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gurudev Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Amir Bhaktavrind ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radha Isha.